dish today I'm going to cook is duck and dumpling noodle soup. So it's duck breast, some dumplings with a bit of duck and some pork mince in there, and then a beautiful rich duck stock as well.
Right, tell me about the duck, because we've got a couple of nice whole ones here.
Yeah, so we've got a beautiful whole duck. What we've done is we've just taken out the plastic, dried it off with some paper towel, then chucked it in the fridge overnight. What that's going to do,
That's this
swap
guy
them
here,
over. Yeah, beautiful. If you can see now, it looks really nice and dry and a bit tacky.
Yeah.
That's going to mean we get that nice crispy skin.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is actually break the duck down because we're going to make a stock. So I'm going to start legs off first.
Righto.
First cut is just in between the legs and the breast.
Right.
Fold it over and you just pop the hip bone out.
Yep.
And then you just want to run your knife straight through that hip bone and it should just come away beautifully like that.
Yeah, that looks yummy. All that
So-
dark, beautiful flesh. There's heaps of intramuscular fat through there. It means it's got a nice, healthy duck, which is good. So 2 legs.
Two
done.
legs. Now the breast, I'm just going to slice down the breastplate.
Makes it
Super easy. Run along the bone. When you get to the bone, we just start pulling away from the bone.
And I think for like any budding butchers out there who are just starting out, I think it's definitely about your offhand as much, probably even more, than your knife hand.
Totally. I'm going to get a roasting tray.
If you're going all out getting a whole duck, there is more reason to use the whole thing.
Exactly right. Things like the wings, not a lot of meat on them, but so much flavour in there.
Yeah.
All these bits of meat, when we roast them off and then sort of slowly boil them to get the flavour out, and add heaps of flavour to our dish. And we'll just probably cut this down again. There we go. I've also got some chicken wings to go in there.
Yep.
Just going to get them in too. Now, do you want to give that a good seasoning with salt for me?
Sure.
Now, we're going to go into a really hot oven, 220.
Yep.
I just want to get it dark and caramelised. So the darker you can take that without burning it, the more flavour you're going to get in your stock. We're going to make some dumplings.
Yep, okay.
The key to the duck and dumpling noodle soup, the dumplings have to be really plump and juicy.
Yep.
So what we're going to do, you want to take the duck thigh meat off of the bone.
Yep, sure.
We're going to add a couple of flavourings to that as well. So I've got some ginger and some spring onions. I'm just going to quickly chop them up. So I'm just going to really quickly mince a spring onion. I don't mind if there's a little bit of texture in there. Chunk of ginger, probably going to be about a tablespoon when minced up.
Yep. So with this, do you want all of that skin left on, or do you want just meat?
Not all of it.
Sure.
Yeah, you can put a bit on there, but let's go mainly meat. So once we've got our duck leg off the bone, we're going to quickly dice it up.
Yep.
Add it to our food processor. Just quickly blitz it to almost mince it.
Yeah.
Mate, that looks awesome. Let's go straight into our blitzer.
Yep.
Fantastic. Now, we're just going to quickly blitz this, just pulsing it. Just want to mince it, and that looks great. We're going to go in with our spring onion and our ginger. I've also got some sesame oil here, just that nuttiness that goes great. And then just to season, we're not going to use salt in this one, we're going to use soy sauce. Tablespoon of soy. And I've just got a bit of pork mince as well. That is going to help with just the texture. Blitz in a little bit of pork mince, like 100 grams.
Yep.
And then we have a pretty awesome dumpling mixture ready to roll. Just literally pulse it till it comes together. Now, we talked about having a little bit of texture. You can see there, it's not fully smooth. So it's going to mean that little bit of texture in our dumplings, which will actually provide a lot of extra to this dish. So I've got some wonton wrappers. So we start with about half a tablespoon of our mixture in the centre, and then I just paint a little bit of water across 2 edges, fold them up into a little triangle.
Yeah.
I just wrap them around so you get a nice little hat.
Yeah, right. Right, sweet as, one down.
We just keep
Here we
folding.
go.
We're going to put these in the fridge because we need to finish our stock off. Do you want to chuck them in the fridge? Now we're going to flavour up our stock.
Yep.
A couple other aromats that I love to put into this soup, the star anise and the cinnamon,
Nice. Yeah.
garlic,
Yep.
and then ginger.
Righto.
So we're going to roughly chop those.
Can do that for you.
I'm going to chuck a pot on to get hot. Star anise can go straight in. I'm just going to break the cinnamon. Just
To
to get
release that flavour.
lots of flavour happening.
Do you want me to come in with
Chuck them
ginger and
straight in
garlic?
there. And now I'm going to get the duck out the oven. And there's our duck, Andy, nice and golden.
Yummy.
So I'm going to take it out now. We want to make sure we get any extra fat off the duck because they do have lots of fat on them.
Yeah.
And I don't want too much fat going into here.
And then once you get water in there and bring it up, are you going to skim it? To get rid of any excess?
Any impurities along the way.
Yeah.
We're just going to check it every 15, 20 minutes, and just any bubbly, foamy bits skim off.
Yep.
They're not going to add any flavour to our dish. We just want to cover it with water, just so all the bits of meat and the veggies and those aromats are submerged.
And we're starting from cold.
Starting from cold, bring it up slow. And we're just going to skim along the way, 2 hours, till it's nice and dark and it's reduced down a little bit. Now, to finish off, we need to cook our duck breast. Into the cold pan, we're going to go skin side down, and then on medium heat, so not too high. It's going to do its thing. It's going to cook down about 7 or 8 minutes. We'll turn it over. We're going to strain our stock off. We want to cook our dumplings in that liquid, so we want to keep it hot. Now, just want to bring this back up to a gentle simmer.
Righto.
Once this is ready to go, we'll cook our dumplings. Look at that golden skin.
Yeah, and it's there because you've just taken your time.
Exactly right.
I think duck's actually really easy to cook because
easy.
it is very forgiving on that skin side. Like there's such a thick layer to protect your flesh that you can really get it nice and golden crisp.
So duck, like any meat you roast or you grill, you need to rest. So
there's more importantly with duck.
We've got our stock bubbling away here, Andy. Do you want to grab the dumplings?
Oh, the dumplings.
Let's start making it. While you do that, I'm just going to get the bok choy and prep it. Just going to halve them or quarter them. Oh, mate.
I don't know who's who, but there's some good ones.
There's some really plump-looking guys. All right, we're going to quickly season our stock and then we can start cooking them. So just a splash of soy, tablespoon, and then some hoisin. Goes really well with duck, adds that little bit of sweetness. We'll whisk it together. So once that comes back to a boil, which will take seconds, we're going to cook our dumplings in that. So this is a great thing because you use the hot stock to cook all the other ingredients. So I've gone with egg noodles and they're fresh ones, so the hot stock will cook them. We just want to warm them through. Then we've got our bok choy, and I'm just going to lie a couple of pieces of bok choy in there. I've got some spring onion here. We'll just quickly chop the green parts, just into nice long strips. We'll go some of our spring onions just in the side there. Now, when I carve duck, I do it skin side down. You know, then don't crack that crispy skin. And nice slices, beautiful pink duck. So I reckon you want like 3 or 4 slices per person. So all we'll do is we just shingle it, lie it in the side of our bowl.
Look at that.
So I reckon, beautiful little hole there for the dumplings. I reckon 3, 4 each. Look how good you've rolled them.
I don't know about that.
Mate, ladle the soup over the top. Because we've gone to the effort of making that crispy skin, you've kind of got the limit. You don't want to go above that skin. Now, my mate in Adelaide has been pestering me for this recipe. I reckon we've nailed it.
He's got it, I've got it, everyone else has got it.
There you have it, duck and dumpling noodle soup for lunch.
Thank you, Michael. Well.